everyone. It is Monday night. It is 6-ish o'clock. That means it's time for another Stadium Lights Coaches Show live at Stadium Sports Bar Casino. Welcome to Winter Sports. We are starting off things with CMR Wrestling. Coach Jensen, welcome, sir.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Yeah, man, this is good. This you and I have talked several times, but never like this setting. So this is good. I'm excited for it.
This is awesome.
So yes, this is the official kickoff for winter sports. We had a great time covering all of fall sports. We wanted to get you guys on because we got the Holiday Classic coming up soon, which we'll talk about. But wrestling is one of my favorite winter sports. We got boys and girls basketball. We got swimming. So there's going to be plenty of stuff to talk about. We'll see a lot of fun, familiar faces on here. Some from fall sports, and then we'll probably have you guys back for Crosstown, which is always a fun time of the year. But you know, a couple of things. First of all, I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. It is the holiday season. Merry Christmas. Today in history, my wife and I started dating 13 years ago.
Boy, good job.
So my band played a show on my birthday, December 1st, and then we went to an after party, and she asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said a date with her. And the rest is history.
It worked.
Not really. There was a lot more to it than that. But that's how you cash in a birthday wish.
Well, I met my wife on April 15th. She was an accountant. It was tax day. So, wow.
That's a weird flex, but yeah. Okay. Did you get a tax break?
Every year since 04.
That's awesome. Well, a couple of things then to talk about. So the Holiday Classic, yes, CMR hosts, or is it the Holiday Tour? I never know what the official
I think the official is CMR Holiday Classic.
Okay.
It's been going on since 1975. It was started by Tom Albrecht, and it's I think it's the oldest tournament in the state, and I think it's the largest. You know, we bring 55 teams, and now with girls wrestling being sanctioned, now we've added the girls portion. That keeps getting more and more competitive. So for one weekend, we are like the focal point of wrestling in Montana, and it's awesome. It's always an exciting time of year.
And for that one weekend and the week leading up to it, how chaotic is your life?
Well, it's pretty chaotic, but the tournament is such a part of the culture of CMR High School that we have people, you know, like the cheerleaders help with concessions, parents help with hospitality, they help with the table work. We have student council writes on the brackets. It's a huge part of the culture of CMR High School.
Okay.
And so what's great is it's not just me. Yeah, it can be stressful, but it's an all-out effort. The local wrestling clubs like North Montana pitch in and help out. They donate clocks, and there's just, you couldn't do it without the community that we have.
I do like that it's centrally located and it's during the winter season. If you tried to do that in a Billings or even a Glacier, the schools that go from one side to the other, I feel like there's just too many obstacles.
Yeah.
Has that kind of been discussed as far as, like, you know, if the road conditions are going to be a factor, which we know that they will be, you know, whether it's this year or the next or whatever, having it be kind of centrally located in the state does alleviate a little stress.
Yeah. In fact, like 5 or 6 years ago, that there was a major storm and we did have a bunch of teams pull out. But what was great about our location, all those local teams still could get here. We still put on a pretty quality tournament. And so, yeah, that is one thing that's nice about this. And, you know, for a lot of these teams, you get 2 full days of wrestling. So if you got a young kid, maybe, you know, this is a really tough tournament. You're going to have state champs, state placers that might not place. And so they do get the opportunity to go over to Great Falls High the next day and wrestle in that like second chance tournament. And it's a really good early season test for these teams.
All right. Well, I've got questions for Coach Jensen. Anybody watching on the live stream, if you have questions for him or any of our guests, we've got Madden and Madeline coming up. Very excited to have those two. Drop them in the comments. We'll see how many we can get to. But my questions, there's a few scattered around there. First, I got to know what's the difference between a duel and a meet, or are they the same?
Well, a dual meet is when 2 teams wrestle and they line up their weight classes from 103 pounds all the way to heavyweight. And then you get team points based on who wins matches. I would like to see, like, another really great event that we host here in Great Falls is the AA duels. I would like to see that become a sanctioned state tournament because I think that's a really good way of gauging how good of a team you are.
Yeah.
In my opinion, also, the duels are a lot more fan friendly. You know, you get invested in the whole team. You're not sitting around, you know, if, you know, you got a kid that's a heavyweight or and they don't wrestle till 2 p.m, that can be long for fans.
Oh yeah.
But dual meets, I think, are the lifeblood, and I think we need to do more to promote them. In fact, I'll put a plug out right now. The Thursday before the holiday tournament, we dual Skyview, and I would like to invite anybody to come and support that. Dual meets are awesome. If you've ever been to a crosstown, you know what I'm talking about.
That's awesome. Well, another thing about duels that's always kind of intrigued me is that, so like you and Great Falls High will have a duel, but you will not wrestle each other. You will wrestle the same school, but not each other. So how does that work? I mean, you'd think that you guys are already there, but you guys won't wrestle each other until crosstown.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're going to see each other plenty. I mean, we have the Mining City duels this weekend.
That's true, yeah.
Last few years, we have hooked up and wrestled them. We could wrestle in a dual meet, which we have the last 2 or 3 years at the AA duels. In fact, there's been a few years where we had 2 crosstowns in 3 days because we wrestled them on a Saturday, and then we turned around and wrestled them on a Tuesday. And then it's just crazy how the matches, you think, well, this happened on Saturday, and then Tuesday, one way or the other, there's some upsets for you or against you. So it's just a way to, like this last weekend, if Flathead and Glacier are going to come down, they might as well wrestle us both, right? Or if we're going to travel there, we might as well wrestle them both. So it's just a more efficient way of doing it.
Yeah, one thing I've mentioned before to people when I talk about winter sports is that when it comes to wrestling, because it seems like the rest of the year you can kind of say, well, this program might have a little bit of an edge over this one. Both wrestling programs, CMR Great Falls High, are great. In fact, you've had so many great wrestlers just in my short time here, and then you see them sign and go on to what I've noticed, a lot of Midwest schools. There's a lot of Iowas, a lot of Kansases, even some up in Canada.
Yep.
And then of course, just down the street, you have a phenomenal wrestling program in Providence. Like, how much of a blessing is it to have not only great athletes in your program, but that's shared across the city, and then to have them have so much availability and options after high school?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. We really do. If you're wrestling, if you're serious about the sport of wrestling, living in Great Falls is awesome because you can go to a college dual meet, you can watch, and they have a men's and women's program. And so you get to see that exposure. And if you have goals of wrestling in college, you can kind of see that. And especially like Providence and MSU Northern, our 2 college programs, they get a lot of Montana kids. And I think that's really important that the kids of Montana have a place to go. I was a product of that, and it did a lot for me. And so it's just awesome. And there are some other good opportunities in the surrounding states, especially if you want to go bigger, but both our college programs here are strong.
So there was an interview I did with Irish Firthmeyer last year. It wasn't one of yours. You had AJ LaFerge, who was a phenomenal wrestler as well. But he said that when he got to Kansas before he came back to Providence, that there was a significant, like a noticeable difference between like Midwest tough and Montana tough. Is that something that you think as well?
Yeah, but I do think that, if you look at throughout history, our best, we don't produce the same number of like high-end people that Iowa and Pennsylvania just for population, but our best throughout history have done just as well. If you look at, the Zadok brothers, you look at one of my teammates at Northern, Emmett Wilson, won the Hodge Trophy from Shepherd, Montana. I mean, Tyrell Todd from Bozeman, he's the new Bozeman High coach. He was a 3-time All-American at Michigan. Montana per capita has produced some really, really good wrestlers and is continuing to do that.
Iowa State, I've noticed, is kind of on the rise as far as one of those Big Ten Midwest wrestling schools. Have you had anybody that's gotten the interest from them, like at that level just yet, or are you still working towards it?
We're still working towards that. Some of our wrestlers like Matty Dieter, Gage Allen have, gone out to Fargo because that's a good place for the junior national tournament to try to get those looks and do good at tournaments like that. So those D1 schools will start calling. So we do have some kids with some big goals that want to go on to the next level and push and wrestle year round to try to get those opportunities.
So now for some of the fun topic, I come from a pro wrestling background. That's what my fandom is.
Well, here we go. Cause that's,
In fact, one of the best bits that I've still been told is a favorite to this day was I was covering the Holiday Classic, and I showed up. I had a Santa hat, and we were doing these. We had to do these little promos for the 10:30 sports block. That was a whole half hour on SWX. And so I was like, I'm just going to have fun with this. Like, I've been here all weekend for wrestling, and this is not the type of wrestling that I'm used to. So AJ LaFerge was there, and I said, hey, do you want to be in on this bit with me? he's like, yeah, sure, just tell me what to do. So I said, all you have to do is, while I'm saying what I'm saying, lean in and go like this, and then I'll take care of the rest. He's like, okay. And so I'm saying, yeah, I've been here all weekend for this, and I don't know where I am in the tournament, but I've been working on my promos, my top rope moves. And he leans in and goes like this, and I turn, I go, what do you mean it's not that kind of wrestling? And then I fold up a chair and I go, AJ. And I walk off screen, and everybody's like, that is so hilarious, because they don't get a chance to be fun like that. And I'm just curious, like, when you get kids signed up for wrestling, like, is there still that confusion? One, and two, like, do you have ones that aspire to maybe go down that route, or is it always the Olympic route that they go down?
Well, I got into wrestling because one of my heroes was Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
My wife, she's gonna laugh, but my wife sang karaoke for Hulk Hogan, and I have video of it.
Wow.
And I got to meet him, and I wanted him to sign. I had a picture, and he said, "Not today, brother." But it was like, I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. That's better than an autograph. Yeah, I'm a huge pro wrestling fan still. Like, almost daily, I'll get on the WWE or WCW YouTube channel. So yeah, you're speaking my language. I've never had anybody do it. I've had plenty of personalities. I mean, I coach Kai Stewart. That's about as pro wrestling as you get, right? He would be a natural.
That's up there for sure.
He brings that personality into his fighting too. So I think that's probably the closest that I've had.
Yeah, I've talked to him about that too. When I interviewed Kai, I said, man, you'd be a shoo-in for like a pro wrestling, and you'd save your body a little bit, but I think he likes it real.
I disagree. Look how beat up those pro wrestlers are. I met Bret Hart, and he could barely walk.
Yeah.
He was near 60. I've met Bret Hart. I've met Hulk Hogan. I've met the Nature Boy Ric Flair, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Wow.
I've taken my wife to Monday Night Raw. So anyway, yeah, I could go on and on.
So okay, my little flex then, my turn here is I've been to WrestleMania 28 in Miami, so The Rock versus Cena, which was fantastic. And then the belt before this one, the one that I had for years, was signed by Mick Foley. So that was the Foley belt. And then I've interviewed him on the show before, and Charlotte Flair as well. But as far as like meeting them, there's a few that I met backstage at dark shows or house shows when I got to do photography as the fan show, and that was pretty cool. But not anybody that was like on my bucket list. Like, I want to start like a cat shelter with Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep. I met Ric Flair at a wrestling tournament in Fargo that his son was wrestling at, and I was on the phone with my wife, and I happened to walk by him, and you could tell it's, he's not trying to be discreet, right? Yeah. So I walked by him and I said, Haley, I just walked by Ric Flair. I'll be right back. And he signed my coaching pass, and
nice.
It was pretty cool. But anyway.
Well, a couple of pro wrestling related questions here that popped in. Who would win between the Macho Man Randy Savage and Rowdy Piper?
Macho Man, the elbow.
Yeah, elbow from the top rope, man.
And he's got Miss Elizabeth. It's no.
And then would you rather watch WWF highlights from the 90s for 10 hours straight, or be in a high school gym for 10 hours from the bleachers watching that wrestling?
I don't do well in the bleachers because I have to coach, and I've already done part A, so I do part A.
Okay.
For sure. I have done I'll do it soon in the future, probably. So
is there somebody that's in your on your roster right now, boy or girl, that you think just their personality as is would be a great gimmick for pro wrestling?
I think Peyton Fenner.
Yes, Fenn.
He's got the glasses. He kind of looks like one of the Dudley boys. I can see him, like,
I can see
snapping
that.
and going into character and just unloading on people. So yeah.
Well, as far as the Olympic route, I mean, it's so great. And another thing is that Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar both highly decorated from college and professional wrestling before they got into pro wrestling. And there was a time where they were kind of looking for that. They were looking for more of the athlete and as opposed to the character, because they wanted people that could transition well with just the technical side of things. And so when you have people that go through wrestling, I mean, have you had people that are just like, I want to wrestle in the Olympics, I want to represent my country and go for gold?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've had kids like have that high of aspirations just quite yet, but I've definitely had kids want to go pretty high in terms of go to college, be a national champion. That Olympic thing is such a small, minute. I mean, even even to be an All-American at the NAI or NCAA level, it's such a minute group that can even do that. That alone is elite. You know, but we've had some kids with some big goals, and you know, like not Chance, but Casey Boudet wrestled for us at CMR and was a one-time state placer and applied himself and became a 3-time All-American at Providence, and you know, put a lot of time in and was kind of a late bloomer. And so we have a few others that are still like, I'm trying to think of his name, but yeah, I mean, we have some guys that want to go on, guys and gals that want to go on, you know, but I think that Olympic thing is, you know, if they believe they can work to it and dedicate their life to it, then awesome.
Well, the season officially started. First day of practice was November 24th, and then Thanksgiving, and now we're into the Christmas stretch. I mean, what are some of the challenges aside from the obvious, which is just that there's winter sports, but then you have these breaks in between, you know, and then you go all the way into March. I mean, how hard is it to get guys and girls to commit and just stay ready and stay fit over the chunkiest holidays that there are?
Yeah, the good thing is, you know, we do have the AA instituted what's called a dead period for the Thanksgiving break. Yeah. So they do get to kind of relax a little bit over Thanksgiving. And we also try to give them multiple days off over the Christmas break because they need to spend time with family. They need to let their bodies heal. They need to recoup. They need to be energized for that last push. This year, the state tournament's the 3rd week in February. So it is about making sure that we're working hard, maximizing our time in practice, but also we need to get to the end of the year healthy and excited to wrestle. And when we do that, we'll do our best wrestling. So it is managing that. And it can be difficult because it's a tough sport and sometimes there's no way to manage that.
How much do you put into these early duels? Because I think I saw Great Falls High already had one. I don't know if you guys have yet.
We beat Glacier and then we lost to Flathead. But they were great matches. And what's awesome about these early seasons is it gives us intel, it gives us data to work on. So today was Mistake Monday, and we went in and we worked on things that, you know, us as coaches, we met and said, here's some things we all saw. And so we started working on that. And then, you know, we'll try to improve on that. And then we'll have a whole litany of things probably after this weekend that we will continue to work on. And what's kind of fun about wrestling is there's a lot of ways to win a wrestling match. So what Gage Allen does is different than what Peyton Fenner does, is different than what Maddie Dieter does. And so the fun but interesting part is trying to manage the team and the individual because they all do some different things. So I've got a great coaching staff, and I just kind of sometimes just let them do their thing and get out of their way.
So Crosstown is one of my favorite events. Like, I think it goes, you know, football, basketball, wrestling, like those are top 3. They're very, like, all very close, second, third. I don't even know how I'd rank them because wrestling is one of those environments where it's just like it's one-on-one. You can pin, you can hear that slap on the mat, and then the crowd and the benches pop. I mean, it's not like your typical setting. I mean, how fun is Crosstown for you as a coach?
It's really fun. And I tell these student athletes all the time, you only get 4 of these, so you got to enjoy them, you know. And every year something crazy happens that you don't think will happen. And one of our assistant principals, I think it was 2 years ago, super tight duel. And later he said, that was the coolest sporting event I've ever been to. And then our principal, Jamie, said, I think we're going to lose control of this place at any second. It was just getting so loud, but it's awesome. And it's memories that these kids will have the rest of their lives. And then they always come back, it seems like, for that match because they all have great memories of it. You know, for me personally, I wrestled in the first Northern Providence duel in history. So that's a memory that I have. And these guys, it's going to be Crosstown.
Yeah. Well, some fun ones here. Worst Christmas gift you ever got?
I got a turtleneck sweater, college. My previous girlfriend, before I met my wife, clearly we weren't going to work out.
That's why it was an ex-girlfriend.
If that was going to be the gift that I was going to receive.
That is so great. Okay. And we've had some good answers for this, but I decided to phrase it differently. So, you know, everybody knows about the Red Ryder BB gun from A Christmas Story.
Oh, okay.
And how that's like the one gift that he wants throughout the whole movie, begs and pleads for it, bargains for it, all of this. So what was your Red Ryder BB gun growing up? Like, what was the one gift that you begged and pleaded for?
So when Madden comes up here, ask him about the Red Ryder BB gun.
Okay.
And ask him about the story. But when I was like 5 years old, pro wrestling and Ghostbusters.
Nice. Okay.
Or, Ghostbusters was huge.
The
I'm a kid
golden
of the
age.
80s. Yeah. Like greatest time to grow up as a kid, I think. I wanted a proton pack and I got one. And that for me, that was like, if I don't get this, I'll
call it all off.
Yep, it was awesome. So yeah, I would say that was it.
What is the best Christmas movie out there?
Man, that's hard. I mean, I could give you 10 that I watch every year.
Okay.
I think probably the one I've been watching the most lately, because I feel like it's a good representation of my going to my in-laws, going to my parents, going to my friends, is Four Christmases.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
So I think that one probably is the best, like just the personalities of everybody. But Die Hard. Great Christmas movie.
Yep.
I remember seeing Home Alone 1 and 2 in theaters, like on Christmas Eve. That was a pretty cool memory. So I mean, I could go on and on about this between wrestling and Christmas is about my favorite time of year. So.
That's awesome. Well, it's not Christmas until fill in the blank.
Until the holiday tournament, then it's time.
Yeah.
Because you get that done, and then the next week is Christmas, and I'll be out in the stores doing all my last minute shopping that I didn't do before that because I was preoccupied. So when I'm in a line at Walmart hating life, that's when I'll know it's Christmas.
All right. Well, we got one last thing. It's back. Everybody's favorite segment, Fishing for Compliments with Coach. We haven't done it for a while, but here is the fish bowl, and we've got your fishing pole.
Okay.
So coaches are notorious for not just giving out compliments. So they're going to fish for a literal compliment here. Oh, and we got one. Number 3. Drop it back in there. Number 3 on my key. So for the 2 guests that you've brought with you, tell me something nice about their skill set.
Like wrestling skill set or just skill set in general?
Skill set in general. Let's go that route.
Okay, well, first we'll go Maddie Dieter.
Okay.
She's probably one of the most well-rounded people that I've ever met. There's not that many people that can be really strong, do a powerlifting meet, rip people's arms off in a wrestling match, but then also play the cello, be in the community orchestra, take AP classes, and just fit in with, she's like a chameleon. She fits in everywhere, and she's elite at like all of it. So I would say that's her skill set. Madden's, I would say his skill set is he is so analytical on the things that are important to him. Like, he won 2 matches on Saturday, sorry. And then he's down in the basement and he's watching wrestling videos and he's talking about how he can change this, or how he watched this guy do this and he's going to do it in practice. He's going to work on it, make it his own. And that's not just for his wrestling. It's his baseball. It's anything he puts his mind to. I wish, like, you always want kids like, man, I want kids to be better at things than me. And I'm like, man, you're just a way better person than me. Like, it's awesome. So that's what I would say is, if just thinking off the top of my head, the thing that impresses me most there.
Well, who are your top 3 pro wrestlers? We'll close out with a ranking here from Coach.
Okay. I'm going to go Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
It's got to be the GOAT. Stone Cold. See, okay. Can we do a Mount Rushmore like 4? Because I could say Ric Flair. Like, Ric Flair is probably the best wrestler, but the best, but the best overall is Hulk Hogan. But where do you throw Andre the Giant? Where do you throw the Undertaker? You can't. It's just too hard. So Hulk Hogan for sure, but there's a whole list of honorable mentions.
Okay, all right, and that is a fantastic portion of the Coach's Show for the first one of winter. One more time, Coach Jensen. Thank you so much, man. Thanks. And who we got up next?
Who wants to go? All right, Maddie.
All right, Madeline Dieter. After a quick commercial break, we will be back after this.
The Stadium Lights Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors:
Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House. Family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A Cutting Crew and Nails too. Located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast. Walk-ins are welcome or call and book an appointment today. 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success while building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency, protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, CM Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride. All right, we are back, and I have the reigning, defending, undisputed state champion, Madeline Dieter. Welcome. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm intimidated, but I'm doing well. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. I love the girls in wrestling. I mean, it's a great time to be alive. You guys are out there and you're crushing it. I mean, obviously state champ. I mean, overall, how would you sum up your high school career? Where do you go from here?
I don't know. After high school, I'm definitely like the goal is definitely college. And I don't really know after that.
Do you have a college in mind?
No.
No? Is there like a top 3 or a Mount Rushmore of colleges that you want to?
No, not really.
Okay.
Kind of just D1, D2.
Crush it wherever.
Yeah, some of the college like D2 programs are actually better than a few of the D1 schools. So, yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
Well, real quick, my apologies to everybody. I've been so out of sync because we've done the thank you episodes and had some coaches back for postseason. I completely forgot to print off the posters that I have of the coaches show that I have everybody that's a guest sign for winter sports. So I will get you, Coach, and Madden to sign a couple of copies. If you're here right now and you want one, let me know. I will get one to you with their signatures on it. I'm slipping a little bit, so I got to get the focus. How do you get refocused? Started the season to come out strong and basically like set your own personal bar as high as you can.
Beginning of the year is definitely about like setting goals throughout the year. Just taking one practice at a time and finding something to get better at every day.
So now that you've been a state champion, is it pretty much like the Tom Brady saying is what's his favorite Super Bowl ring? It was always the next one. So for you, what's your favorite state title? It's the next one, obviously.
Yeah, probably. There's definitely going to be more bounties like on my head this year. I think every year to be a state champ, it gets harder the more that you do it because more people are coming after you. And with girls wrestling being such a fast-growing sport, it's also going to have like a lot of improvement and more competition.
So do you thrive off that kind of thing, knowing that people are gunning for you specifically? Like she's the one to beat. Like there's no other way around it. Oh,
yes.
I love that.
I love knowing that people are coming for me because it means that I get to beat them.
Oh, yes. That is fantastic quote. Ooh, straight fire on the coach's show. Oh, all right. Well, as far as your warm up and your ritual, do you have like a routine that gets you amped up and ready to go pre-match?
I'm not like one of the ones that like is listening to a bunch of music before I wrestle. I'm talking with my teammates and my coaches, and I'm more like in a positive mood, like just messing around. Yeah, no, I'd rather have fun than sit there, because if I sit there and think about it, I will trick myself.
Here's something that you can do that would be fun. So there's the movie Space Jam, which I'm aging myself. You probably haven't seen it, but it was with Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes. It worked. I'll just say it worked. So he had a bottle of water that he ripped off the label and put Michael's Secret stuff on it. What you should do is take a bottle and write "Tears of My Victims" on it, and just have that as you just sip on it pre-warm up every meet, every duel. I think that would be awesome.
I think that would be really entertaining.
Yes. So Coach said Fenner, but I think that you would be great at the pro wrestling level. Like have you ever thought about, like, do you watch pro wrestling at all?
No, not really.
Wow, you're disappointing me and Coach simultaneously right now.
Oh no.
Well, it's okay. That's your homework assignment. This weekend, I'm sure I'm going to be ugly crying as a grown man. I'm sure Coach will too. It's John Cena's last match. If you want to see good wrestling, watch that. So that's your homework assignment for the weekend. It's on Peacock, so it's very accessible. But I think now, girls in pro wrestling, it's a lot of fun. But you mentioned something that this is only the second time I've been able to ask a question like this. So Ave Odegaard, she's a basketball player for Gallatin. Gallatin's a very new school, and so basically everything that they do is like the first time it's ever been done. Like the record books will say their names for however long until that record is broken or set. For you, since the girls in wrestling is so new at CMR, you're kind of in a similar boat. It's such a storied school with so much history, but yet your name is going to be one of those names that people see for however long. Like, what is that like?
I think it's like really cool. Like knowing that my name is like in history forever because I'm the first one. So like no matter what, that doesn't get taken away. Even when there's another state champ, or like say at the end of my high school, I'm three-time finalist or 3-time state champ and 4-time finalist. When the person comes along that's a 4-time state champ, my name is still first in the book.
Wow, that's awesome. So was that something that occurred to you right away, when you got into the program, or is it something that's kind of dawned on you as the years have gone on?
No, I definitely knew it coming into the program. Like, since you can ask one of my middle school teachers, Mr. Smith, it's always been a goal. Like, I'm going to be the first girl state champ. I wanted to do it my freshman year, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
But yeah, no, when that didn't happen, it just became like an even bigger goal. But I definitely knew coming into the program that I was going to be the first. Like in my head, it was going to be me.
So remind me, are you junior or senior?
I'm a junior.
Okay, so we still get this year and another year of Madeline Dieter wrestling. That's exciting stuff. Okay, good. I can't wait to see it. What was Crosstown like for you last year?
I didn't wrestle at Crosstown last year.
Oh, that's right. Because sometimes there's not enough. Is there an opponent for you? Pretty confident there will be one this year?
I'm pretty sure there's 2 girls at Great Falls High that I think are around my weight. So it just depends where they end up at the end of the season.
There was a girl, I can never remember her name. I want to say it was like Grace or Gracie, but there was a girl for Great Falls High that was just plowing through opponents, and she went on to win state. And I think there's certain dream matchups, like it would have been you and her, but she graduated, I think, a year or 2 ago and went on to wrestle at college. But do you have a dream opponent for the state of Montana? Any school?
Oh.
Even any weight class?
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
Okay, so she is around my weight, and we were supposed to wrestle at a tournament last year in the finals, but she ended up getting really sick, and so her coaches like pulled the plug and said, like, you're not wrestling. She's from Flathead, and her name is Julia Kay, and that is a match I never got to wrestle that
okay,
I'm kind of excited to this year.
Yeah, Flathead.
Well, I'm gonna search that one out.
Okay, you said really sick as if you were trying to not do air quotes. Was there some questionable things going on as far as was she really sick or not?
I don't know.
I'm not trying to put you in the hot seat. It was funny. You're like, she got really sick, and I was like, I don't know about this, but okay, good. You have your dream.
I mean, I don't want to say that she's faking because I don't really know, but
if it was coach's decision, then she
wrestled every match up to that point. She had wrestled matches earlier that day as well.
So there's some extra there. You're like, I want this match.
Previously in the tournament, I had teched Lucia Schlaffer, I believe is how you say her last name. I had teched her 15-0, and in the weekend before, Lucia beat her. So I think that there might have been some math being done there.
Okay. Well, I hope you get your dream matchup. I certainly love to hear about those, especially in a sport like wrestling where you can be like, I want them. Like, there's been a few dream matchups I wish would have happened. I would have liked to see Archie or AJ LaFerge and Irish Firthmeyer. I think that would have been a great matchup. I don't think we ever got it though. But anyway, for you, let's see. What is there a snack that you have to have before each match? A drink or a snack?
No.
No, nothing gets you fired up like a Red Bull before you wrestle.
No, I don't think so. I've had energy drinks while I wrestled in it. I don't know. It was not a good
Did you
idea.
rip any limbs off?
No.
Okay, then we're good.
No. Normally just stick to Gatorade electrolytes.
Oh yeah, those are important. What is it like to hear the slap of the hand on the mat when you pin somebody? What's that like?
I think it depends on the match, like who I'm wrestling.
Okay.
If it's a closer match, it's definitely like immediate relief.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the adrenaline rush. So yeah.
Are you one of those wrestlers that does the backflip if you win?
No.
No? Cartwheel,
No.
handstand, nothing? Oh, we got to get a celebration for you. If you're gonna be like, I want this opponent, and I know I've got the target on my back, and that's motivating me, and I'm just gonna go through and win state again. Like, we got to get you a celebration. Okay, you got to complete the package here. All right, we'll work on that. Me and Coach will workshop that for you.
Okay.
All right, fun questions now. Worst Christmas gift you've ever gotten?
I don't think I have one.
Really? You're batting 1,000 for Christmas gifts? I hear laughter over in the corner there. Some people aren't convinced. Okay. What was your Red Ryder BB gun, the must-have Christmas gift that you begged and pleaded for? Really? Do you celebrate Christmas?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do celebrate Christmas.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that we were on the right subject matter for the right person here.
I don't know that I've ever had just like one thing that I'm like, I need that.
There was it Gage Allen who was here talking about football, but then we talked a little wrestling. I think he had like wrestling shoes on his Christmas list because he like collects wrestling shoes. He'll wear like a different pair or something. It was him. I'm pretty sure it was him, or maybe it was Scribs. I don't know, but you put like wrestling stuff on your Christmas list?
I do put wrestling things on my Christmas list. I got wrestling shoes for Christmas last year. Yeah. They're on my list again, but I probably won't get them because I just got new shoes for my birthday. So.
Best Christmas movie of all time?
Ooh, Elf.
Nice.
That's where my head goes.
Hey, there we go. I just like smiling. Smiling's my favorite. All right, and fill in the blank. It's not Christmas until
December. Just December.
Wow,
starts.
that's the second time I've gotten that answer. It blows my mind. It's not Christmas until December. So you're very anti-Christmas music before December 1st?
Yes. I think it gets annoying if it's played before that.
Is there a Christmas song you can't stand? Mariah Carey is off the table.
Ooh.
She's like, you just took my answer.
Okay, probably Carol of the Bells.
Oh, that hurts. Oof, I love that song.
Well, whenever it's played in orchestra, it sounds atrociously horrible.
Okay. So I'll give you one.
Ruined it for me.
I'll give you a version to listen to that may restore your faith in it. Go and listen to the August Burns Red version of Carol of the Bells. You may like it. I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a heavy metal version of it. There's no vocals. It's strictly instrumental, but it's a fun instrumental.
Okay.
So, okay. And what is the best thing about wrestling for someone like Coach Jensen?
Ooh. Okay, my brain is not working.
This is not good.
I really like the way that Jensen's like able to talk to people individually. He actually learns about his athletes, and it's not just like a one-person program. Like the way that he splits us into different groups and works with different people. So like he can work with the new people, and then another time he's in the other room, he's with the more advanced people, and some days he'll go and work with the girls too.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for making me laugh. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to come up with a nice persona and gimmick, and then a celebration after. We're going to make you a complete wrestler. Me and Jensen are going to work on that. We're going to figure it out. You'll be jumping off top ropes and hitting people with steel chairs in no time.
Okay.
One more time for the reigning, defending, undisputed state champion, Madeline Dieter. Thank you so much. All right, we will be back with Madden after this commercial break. The Stadium Lights Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors, Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House. Family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A Cutting Crew and Nails too. Located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast. Walk-ins are welcome or call and book an appointment today. 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success while building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency, protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, CM Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride. That's right, Rustler Pride. We are back. Stadium Lights Coaches Show with our final guest for the winter sports kickoff, Madden Jensen. I just realized I needed to switch the lower graphic here. There we go. Madden Jensen, welcome, sir. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. So first things first, let's go ahead and hear this Red Rider story that your dad, I've been waiting a whole guest to hear this.
So when we moved into our new house, I was like 6-ish. I used to really like making YouTube videos, even though like we wouldn't post them. I just like make them on my parents' phone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like making a YouTube video, and I had this Red Rider BB gun, and I was like just like showing people what it did and stuff. And then I was like trying to unload it, and there was no more BBs, but there was like one in the chamber. And I'm like, I don't even remember what I said, but I was just talking, and I like pulled the trigger, and I just drilled my window, splattered my whole window. It was like spider webbed. It was crazy. I remember I was like crying, and I was like yelling, "I'm the worst kid ever! I'm the worst kid ever!"
Oh man,
I was crying, so I was so scared. I thought it was the end of my life.
So you didn't quite shoot your eye out. You shot a window out.
Yeah.
And you thought it was the end of your life, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there before. I haven't shot a window out, but I've broken things where I was like, my life is over now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk wrestling. You were 5th place last year, and now you've got a whole year ahead of you. I mean, obviously there's going to be personal goals, but like what do you set for yourself at the beginning of each season? What are you hoping to take away from this season?
I just want to get better, and obviously, I mean, I want to like win state and stuff, but I just want to get better every day and have fun.
So what's the first step to getting better every day? Like in your mind, like how do you go about that?
Like I don't know. Every day I want to work on something or like get a little bit better at one thing at least. Or I don't want to like go through the motions and stuff. Like I want to do things with intention when I'm at practice. So probably just that.
There was I forget what show it was, but they had wrestling, and one of the guys was challenging for like, I don't know, team captain or something. Basically the whole thing is that he was very unorthodox in his approach and would often go outside the bubble of the teachings, right? Where the other guy who was the captain was by the book, fundamentals, everything that they taught him, he applied. And he said, that's what makes you predictable is, all is what they teach us. You don't try anything new. Do you try new stuff? Like, are you looking for new ways to wrestle and pin people, things like that?
Yeah. my dad, when I was in like 7th and 8th grade, when I would wrestle, I would always try to do like all this crazy stuff. It would always be like, we'd be at home and he'd be like, "What are you doing?" But I don't know. I don't want to just like be one dimensional. I want to scramble, and I want to wrestle in every position. And so sometimes I do things that are a little crazy, but it's fun.
What's the one aspect or thing about wrestling right now that you're just like, I need to conquer that? That's number one on the list to get better.
Being able to like take anyone down, and then head hands defense, just like not letting people get to my legs.
Yeah. As far as takedowns, a quick tip, go for their legs. Sorry, I couldn't help it. What's it like, being in a household where the wrestling coach is actually a fan of pro wrestling? You get into that too?
When I was younger, I used to like it. I haven't watched it in a long time, but
Oh, that's disappointing.
a lot of times I'll come out of my room and I'll be going to talk to him, and he's like got it on the big screen TV. And
That's the way. Yes. Yes. That's the way.
On it.
He's like, not now. Not now. We got Cena versus Edge. Not now.
Yeah.
So, well, that's a shame. You should get more into pro wrestling. It's a family affair. Trust me, it's a lot of fun. But what aspirations do you have as far as beyond high school? You want to wrestle at college, Olympic, anything like that? You thought that far ahead.
Yeah, I definitely think I want to wrestle in college. My parents always tell me not, because I play baseball too. They always tell me I can do that, but I don't really think I want to do that. I think I want to wrestle, but I don't know where I want to go. I mean, I've never talked to a school, but I've like looked at places. But yeah, I think that's what I want to do.
You have a wish list of schools, top 3?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, for those of you watching on the live stream, we're wrapping up our last interview with Matt and Jensen here. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. We'll get to them if we have time. But question for you then is, let's talk pre-match, warm up, snack. I mean, what gets you in the mood for wrestling?
I would say like probably around, because I wrestle 150, like 132. I usually stand up, and I want to like have a little bit of a sweat going when I get on the mat. So I'll just like bounce around, stretch my legs out a little bit, just get myself warm, but I don't want to overdo it. So I just keeping it simple, and I don't know, keeping it loose. And then once I'm warm, just staying warm. Like I don't got to do too much. I don't want to overdo it.
So there's been guys that I've seen at like the Holiday Classic and at duels and tournaments and whatnot at both the college level and high school, where they are basically pacing up and down the mat, and they could not look more irritated than they do in that moment. And they're pacing back and forth. They look mad. They look like, don't talk to me. Do you have guys on the team that are like that they almost like intimidate you with how they get ready for a match?
Yeah, last year, not really as much this year, but last year we had Landon De La Garza. He would wrestle.
Oh yeah.
And I would always be like I'd be towards the end of my warm up, and he'd be starting it. It's like I don't even want to be within like 20 feet of him, because I don't know. He was always really focused.
Yeah, Landon was a different cat out there in wrestling, just as far as like I could talk to him and he would be one way, but then getting ready for a match, yeah, he was a completely different way. I thought you were going to say Fenner, like he's the most intimidating man.
Oh, Fenner. I can't be intimidated by Fenner because he just got that big smile on his face at all times.
Oh, man. You have anybody that goes out there just like slapping the head or
not really?
cheek? No, nothing like that. Oh, maybe that's a Kai Stewart thing.
Yeah, sometimes I'll catch Austin trying to do some cool stuff, and he'll just be like slapping himself. But
who's got the most unique warm up, I guess?
Most unique, probably Will Roten, because he just doesn't warm up at all. He just kind of like stands around, and then he'll like bounce a little bit, and then he's good. He's ready to go.
It's like, hey man, you're on in like two minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Okay.
Yeah.
You're up. All right.
Then he'll just go smash someone.
That's awesome. Oh, you guys have some great female wrestlers. What's it like competing alongside, the Madeline Dieters of the state?
It's pretty cool, because like last year I wrestled with her quite a bit. Not really this year because I got a lot bigger, but it's just fun because like you always, I mean, I don't really watch much other girls wrestling, but like when Maddie wrestles, it's pretty fun to go watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a force to be reckoned with. I know that there's been a few times where there's been like a guy-girl crossover, and I think I was going through like my highlights of Crosstown last year, and there was a girl versus guy, and the guy lost. It was like, is that just the level of like, oh man, like don't be that guy, or has it become more of like a equal thing over the years as far as you guys, and a loss is a loss, a win is a win?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I don't want to lose to a girl, but
But if you're gonna lose to someone,
yeah,
it's
like
okay.
they're like the good girls wrestlers are still good wrestlers. Like if you lose to Maddie, it's like
It's different.
yeah, she's a good wrestler just like everyone else. So yeah.
All right, Christmas time is here. At least for those of you that wait till December, we're well into it. So, what's the worst Christmas gift you ever got?
Oh God.
You know, you have one. All right, I love this.
I just don't. Probably worst Christmas gift.
Was it a turtleneck too?
No,
Okay.
no, I wouldn't even. When I was younger, I hated getting clothes.
Yes.
Got like this shirt. I don't even remember who it was from. It might have been like my aunt. And it was just the most uncomfortable thing. And I remember I was wearing it at like my grandma's house, and I like just took it off, and I was just crying in the back room with no one there, and I was just so upset that I got this shirt.
Oh man. Yeah, clothes like socks and underwear. Keep me off your list, please. Like Christmas is for fun stuff, just like birthdays. And I have a December birthday, so I double down on the no clothing, no socks, no underwear. I can get those myself. Best Christmas movie.
Home Alone, because that'd be so cool. I would love to be Kevin McAllister, and just that'd be so fun.
Have you ever planned out like your own booby traps, like what you would do in your household?
Sometimes when I'm like trying to sleep, and I like hear a creak in my house, I like think about what I would do if there was an intruder, and it's always like really unrealistic stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some stuff in Home Alone where I'm like, okay, well, growing up, you're like, oh, but now that you're older, you're like, that guy would die. Like,
Yeah.
that's death, in any other scenario. So it's good to be a little naive and enjoy movies like that. But yeah, I've gone down the rabbit hole of just like, okay, I live in a third floor apartment. What would my booby traps be?
Yeah.
Just basically make sure that the cats are at the ready at the front door. They're at eye level or something. It's not Christmas until
there's a family argument at Thanksgiving.
Oh man, that might be the best answer we've ever got.
Like not major, but like everyone in my family knows who it'd be too, and they're not trying to do it, but it's always gonna happen. And it's just a minor disagreement.
Is this somebody who's poking the bear, or they don't realize that it's always them?
They probably both. They can't be wrong. It's impossible.
Oh man, is it politics? It's always politics, isn't it?
Anything.
Anything
in the history of the world.
Oh, that might be my favorite answer so far. December was a good answer because it was just so like literal.
Yeah.
But to hear until there's an argument at Thanksgiving, wow, that's like a passing of the torch, that isn't it? It's like, okay, we've concluded one holiday, we're ready for the next.
Yeah.
Does that carry over to Christmas? Like, do you see the same thing? And then they're like, okay, so remember how last time you were talking about that? Well, I got something to say.
Yeah. So it's not like the same argument, but in the group setting, it's bound to happen. You can't resist it. You just gotta sit back and watch it and hope you're not involved.
Yeah, I know. My family, the rule was always politics and religion. But I know that there were some people that would get so, I want to say, petty about certain arguments, where you were just like, really, like, are we arguing about it? Has there been a topic like that?
All the time. More of those than anything else.
Oh, jeez.
Things that just are like, what's going on?
Wow. Okay. So, what is your favorite thing about Coach Jensen?
Well, he gave me life, but I like the way that he doesn't have to like be in everyone's corner. Like he lets other guys do like he doesn't really even coach me that much, like in the room or anything. Like just because when I was younger, I'd always just argue with him like I knew something. But I just like how he doesn't try to coach everyone. He doesn't try to be everyone's favorite coach. Like he'll let other guys coach other people, and whatever suits them best, he'll do. I like that.
Who's got the worst habit on the team, and what is it?
Worst habit on the team. Austin Rains and all the poppy, like all the soda he drinks. It's like unbelievable. I remember we were in Iowa in 8th grade, and Austin's like 5 pounds over after we were driving to Iowa, and we were in Billings, and he gets a large Dr. Pepper and a Baconator and just slams it.
Oh, man.
So we're in and then we get there, and he hasn't ate because he just decided to have a terrible meal. And we're in the Iowa State room, and he gets the weight off, and I see him holding the Dr. Pepper, and I'm just like, no, Austin, no. But I'd have to say that's it. But Austin's a good guy.
In the end, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
He just doesn't make the best choices before weigh-in.
No.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome. Do you have a dream opponent for the state? Like somebody that is like, I want them at some point this season?
Not really. I mean, there's a lot of people I want to wrestle, but no one I'm like, I don't know. Not really. I mean, I want to wrestle all the best guys. So anyone that's good, I want to wrestle them.
Do you know who your opponent might be for Crosstown?
Yeah. I won't say their name because, but yeah, I do. Yeah, should be fun.
Should be fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Tough match. Yeah, Crosstown's a lot of fun, man. Well, I'm excited for it. We will have, hopefully, I think Great Falls High Wrestling next week. I'll confirm that. It's the Holiday Classic week, so they may not be available, but we'll see. We'll try to get somebody Great Falls High next week. But yes, we are back in the full swing of things as far as the winter sports and the coaches show. And then I think we're taking one of the weeks off, either the week of Christmas, because Christmas is on like a Thursday this year, or the week after, the one in between Christmas and New Year's. But we'll, me and Stadium will get together. We'll talk about it. We'll confirm which one it won't be. But we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up for the coaches show this year. But man, thank you so much, Madden. I really appreciate it. One more time for Madden, closing us out here on the first coaches show for winter sports. And so for CMR Wrestling, for Madden, for Madeline, and for Coach Jensen, I am the team man, Richard T-Man, and this has been another edition of the Coaches Show. We will see you next Monday, 6 o'clock.